Hello friends, this is Satvinder Bhatia from Sukhmaniimmigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I am a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is very special. This is about our parents who have brought us here to this level. So before starting the video and details about it, I would request, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing, because we talk a lot about on this channel about Canadian immigration news and update. So please like the video, share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit from this video. Without further delay, let's get started. As I said, today's video is about super visa. So super visa for our parents and grandparents. Now, in previous video also I have mentioned various options about how you can bring the parents and grandparents to Canada. I'm telling the same options in this video again. So these options are divided basically into two categories: permanent option and temporary option. So under the temporary option, we have visitor visa, and the one which I'm going to talk today is super visa. So under the permanent option, we have already have a video on this, which is called Parents and Grandparents Program. So by this, your parents and grandparents can immigrate to Canada. The complete video, each and every detail about this program is available. You can check. If you have not seen this video, please, you can have a look on this video. Parents and Grandparents Program. Now, other than these programs, we do have a caregiver option, and we do have an HNC option, humanitarian and compassionate grounds. So I will try to get caregiver video, my already is there. You can check that video, but on HNC, I will try to bring a video also for this one too. So, but scope of today's discussion is limited only to super visa. So what super visa is? That's the first question. So super visa basically allows not everyone, this is not for everyone, eligible parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens and PR card holders. That's the word is important: Canadian citizens and PR card holders. If you are student or work permit holder, or you are on any other kind of visa here, you probably cannot bring your parents and grandparents on super visa. This is exclusively for permanent card holders, permanent resident card holders and citizens. That's the first thing. The second thing, so this is 2 years visa. As the name suggests, super visa, not a normal visa. Super visa is for 2 years, at 2 years without having need to renew the status. So you don't have to go back and again come, you can stay one shot 2 years. That's the benefit, beauty of this super visa. 2 years time duration. The visa allows, this is a multiple entry visa, and it is for 10 years total. But on one entry, you can live up to 2 years. You can visit 2 years here in Canada. So this is super visa. Now, what are the benefits? Obvious question, right? What is the benefit of having a super visa? So super visa, you know what? Parents and grandparents, and I've seen it with many of our clients, they just keep waiting. I put my chance in lottery. They didn't get a chance in the lottery, and they are just waiting and waiting. So this visa, unlike the lottery or the parents and grandparents immigration visa, which is there, this is available all through the year. Anytime you can do that. That's the first benefit of this. Unlike the parents and grandparents immigration program, which comes usually once in a year, and that too also for a short duration. That too, it has either a lottery system or a first come first serve basis. There are too many people who are applying for it. There is a quota, so a lot of issues are there with that. So unlike that, there is no such issue. Available all around the year, provided you give the correct documentation to the visa officer. Okay, there is also no kind of quota on this. Unlike visitor visa, which is available for 6 months, this is available for 2 years. That's another benefit, because you don't have to pay the cost of renewing, right? That's another important thing. So 2 years stay, and you don't have to pay the cost of renewing after any extension of the visa if you want to stay more than 6 months. For visitor visa, you have to, each time you stay more than 6 months, you have to pay a renewal extension fee. So no need to try your luck in PGP lottery. Usually this is lotteries for last 2 or 3 years. This is lottery system going on. Prior to that, it was first come first serve basis, but for now it is a lottery system which is going on. And in lottery, is the word is that it's luck based. So if your chance comes, good. If not, just keep waiting. So you don't need to try your luck in that. And this is 20 years. If you have not seen my video on parents and grandparents program, please, you can check that. There is a 20-year condition, 20-year undertaking which you do as that, okay, I'll take the responsibility. You don't have to take a 20-year undertaking here. Lastly, no education or IELTS requirements. Any kind of language test is not required. Any kind of education or WAS etc. are not required for parents. So all these benefits are definitely there. Now you know what is super visa, you know what are the benefits of super visa. Now another question, who is eligible? So eligibility, the first thing which I already told you, this is for specific group of people. This is only for Canadian citizens and PR card holder. That's the first and the foremost thing. So Canadian citizens or PR card holder. Number two, there is a letter of invitation. I will go into the detail in this video. Please watch till the end what the letter of invitation is, and this is the single most cause of the failures of super visa. Refusal comes maximum because of either medical insurance is not there, or letter of invitation is there or not there, or it is not properly drafted. So all these things are leading to the refusal. So the third thing is proof of medical insurance. So that is required. I'll tell you what the medical insurance is in the coming details in this video. Meet the income requirement, then proof of relationship, then apply from outside Canada. So these are 6 requirements or eligibility of a person to apply for a super visa from here for your parents, right? So let's take one by one each of these eligibility requirements. Status, we have already discussed. Status either has to be a PR card holder or a citizen. Nothing else will work. So that's straightforward. Letter of invitation, and this is again the single most cause of refusal. So letter of invitation, either it is poorly drafted or it is missing. But what letter of invitation is and what should be there in that letter of invitation? The letter of invitation has to be by the person who is inviting. If I am inviting my parents or grandparents, I have to draft the letter of invitation, right? The letter of invitation have to be signed by me. That's important thing. And then promise that I will provide financial support for the length of the visit of your parents and grandparents. The list of number of persons which are there in your household, a copy of your citizenship or PR card should be provided along with it. These and there are more things which comes along with this are the important content of the letter of invitation. Number third is medical insurance. So medical insurance, please remember this has to be a Canadian insurance company which has to provide you the medical insurance. Now this insurance must be valid for how long? Should be valid for at least one year from the date of entry, right? So it is minimum 1 year is required, and then the coverage should be at least how much. You can buy more than this, nobody is stopping you, but minimum requirement is at least 100,000 is the coverage required. 100,000 CAD, Canadian dollars, right? So, and you have to provide the proof that you have paid the medical insurance, not just the quotes. Quotes will not work. Okay, so the fourth requirement which we have talked about is meet income requirement. So this is the income chart. You have to calculate your family size and meet the minimum requirement for that family size. Now, okay, you say you met the requirement. But how will you provide the proof? See, that is the most important thing. You are not going to visa officer. I am not going to visa officer. What is going to the visa officer is our file. The file or the documentation which we provide to the visa officer. And those files should have the proof. The proof should be there of whatever you are saying. And how you are going to give the proof of that you meet the income requirement, you can give the proof by notice of assessment, T4 or T1, or employment letter, which says how much is your salary, what since how long you have been working, pay stubs. You may be getting pay weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. So pay stubs, also bank statement, wherein you are getting your money credited into the bank account. So all these are the proofs. Fifth, the proof of relationship. So how would a visa officer know that someone is my father? Based on the document, right? You have to provide the document. Strongest document is, of course, the birth certificate. Sometimes, particularly in many areas in India and Pakistan, the birth certificate does not state the name of the child, right? So name of the mother, father is there, but name of the child is not there. If that is the case, then you have to give a letter of explanation or any kind of notary certificate. So these things are required so that visa officer can proceed with confidence. If he doesn't feel confident, the chances are either he will refuse you or he will put a query or delay, whatever, right? So last, visa cannot be applied from inside Canada. And this is, again, we got many cases like this. People come on a visitor visa and say, no, can you get us a super visa? No, we cannot get you a super visa. Super visa, you have to apply from outside of Canada. Most important thing. You can apply online or you can apply on the paper, and there are options. I always prefer online. So other than these 6 requirements, so okay, you are a Canadian citizen, but what if you have taken a Canadian passport and went to your home country, maybe India or Pakistan? So how would you make sure that the person is a Canadian citizen or a PR card holder and is still residing in Canada? How will you make sure? You can provide a utility bill, a gas bill, water bill, electricity bill, right? You can provide that. You can provide a mortgage if you are, if you have a own house, chances are that you have a mortgage also. So you can provide a mortgage statement. You can provide a copy of lease if you are leasing a house. So all these things are proof that you are residing here in Canada. So you can provide all these documents. Please remember, these documents have to be recent. There is no providing a document which is like 6 years old, 2 years, 1 year old. It has to try to make it maximum recent within 2 to 3 months, or at most within the 6 months period. So this is a requirement from the person who is inviting parents, right? Parents or grandparents who is inviting parents or grandparents on super visa. But there are certain requirements which parents also need to fulfill, because they need to show that the ties with the home country are very, very strong, right? But even before that, make sure they do not have any inadmissibility. Now, inadmissibility is a very big topic. In short, I can tell you that by any chance, they should not be banned from entering Canada. And grounds could be criminal inadmissibility, medical, or any other kind of inadmissibility. So that's the first thing. You make sure that your parents are not inadmissible to Canada, and they have strong ties to the home country. How will you show that parents have a strong ties to the home country? You can show their pension accounts that they are getting a pension. If they are into job and they have took a leave, long leave, you can show that, okay, they are on a leave coming to Canada. You can show the job letter, right? You can show that if they are a farmer, you can show that they are doing farming over there. You can show their bank statement. You can show their house copy of a house lease, or if they are leasing, or if they have their own house, right? If they have a farm, you can show all these things, which make sure the visa officer, all he wants to make sure is the person will go back to the home country. If he is sure, he will proceed with granting the visa. The next thing is the need to prove the identity and the relationship. How will you prove? Okay, maybe with the help of marriage certificate. Okay, your parents can show their marriage certificate, birth certificate if they have birth certificate available, and passport details, any kind of identity document. These are very important documents which you have to provide. Your parents actually have to provide to the visa officer. Other than providing these documents, they also need to undergo a medical exam. Now, medical exam, not from a doctor which is your family doctor, from a doctor who is a list of panel physicians, which is provided by IRCC, right? So biometrics, they need to undergo the biometrics. If they have not undergone the biometrics, they need to undergo the biometric. So now you understand what super visa is, what are the benefits, and what are the requirements from the person who is applying, and requirements from the parents or the grandparents. So all this is clear. Now I will also there could be many reasons for refusal, but 5 important reasons for refusal, I try to put it over here. So the first, as I already said, in letter of invitation is missing, poorly drafted, poor quality, right? Anything could be there. That is one of the important things and main reason for a refusal of super visa, or could be not providing the proof of paid insurance, not the codes, paid insurance, right? Not meeting the LICO scores or the minimum requirement which is stated by the government, and not providing enough proof of establishment in the home country, proof of the financial, economic or social ties in the home country. So those things are very important. And lastly, Canada, the chances are, if you have been refused a visa by UK, US, Australia, or maybe by Europe, the chances are the visa officer will look into it, and if he sees the stamp of refusal in your passport, he will refuse the visa for Canada too. So that's kind of a red flag. So if the visa officer sees that, he can refuse that also. So these are the common reasons for refusal. So now, after you know that, you will obviously ask me, what is a fee? So fee is very much like $100, 100 Canadian dollars per person. In addition to the 100 Canadian dollars fee, you may have to pay biometrics per person, $85. Processing time, that's another question. Usually the processing time is around 40-45 days, but because of the COVID, it has increased to around 2 months. So give and take, let's take it approximately 2 months. So I try to put in all information related to the super visa in this entire video. If you still have any questions, you can ask me on comments, and you can reach out to our office, which is in Brampton, and email ID and phone numbers are also provided here. Again, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So please subscribe, like, and share with your family and friends. Thank you very much for watching the video.